The ongoing situation involving Papoose, Claressa and Remy Ma has continued to attract attention, because there have been many small signs suggesting that something bigger may be happening behind the scenes. For a long time, fans have watched every interview, social media post, and public appearance, trying to understand where this story is heading. While no one outside the people involved knows the full truth, many believe the recent events have created a very different picture from the one that was presented only a short time ago. After Papoose and Remy Ma separated, it seemed like he was ready to begin a completely new chapter in his life. He appeared confident about moving forward, and many people believed he had left the past behind. However, recent activity has caused fans to question that idea. Small actions that once seemed unimportant are now being looked at much more closely. Things like Papoose liking Remy Ma's social media posts, quiet moments at public events, and his reduced activity online have made people wonder if his current situation is as stable as it appears. When these moments first happened, many dismissed them as meaningless. A simple like on social media can happen for many reasons, but after several similar events, people began connecting the dots. Instead of looking like random actions, they now appear to fit into a larger pattern. Whether that pattern means anything significant is still unknown, but it has certainly become a major topic of discussion among fans. Some believe these actions send a quiet message without using any words. Public figures understand that almost everything they do online is noticed. Because of that, people question whether Papoose is intentionally leaving subtle clues about where his feelings currently stand. If the rumors are true and he is no longer fully committed to his relationship with Claressa, then the public story surrounding all three of them could change very quickly. The next few weeks could become especially important because many fans are paying close attention to every public appearance. People will likely notice if the chemistry between Papoose and Claressa begins to change. Smiles that once looked natural may begin to seem forced. Their body language could become more distant. Public displays of affection might become less common, and conversations about their relationship may slowly disappear from interviews. None of these things would prove anything on their own, but together they could create a very different impression. Social media may also become an important part of the story. If photos of the couple begin appearing less often, or if Papoose becomes unusually quiet online, many people will start asking questions. Silence can sometimes attract even more attention than constant posting. Fans often believe that when celebrities suddenly stop sharing personal updates, it may be because they are trying to avoid adding more fuel to public speculation. Some observers have even suggested that if Papoose decides to make a major change, he could eventually reconnect with Remy Ma in some way. At this point, that remains only speculation, and there is no confirmation that such a reunion will happen. Still, the possibility has become one of the biggest talking points surrounding this situation. Many fans believe unfinished relationships can sometimes remain complicated long after a public breakup. Another reason people continue discussing this story is because they feel the excitement surrounding Papoose's new relationship may not have lasted as long as expected. At first, there were headlines, public appearances, and plenty of online attention. Over time, however, that excitement naturally slowed down. Once the spotlight became less intense, many began wondering what life was really like away from the cameras. Some fans now argue that Papoose may be realizing that public attention is temporary, while a long-standing reputation often lasts much longer. Whether that is true or not, it has become part of the ongoing conversation. Many people believe that decisions made during emotional moments can sometimes look very different after time has passed. Claressa could also face difficult public reactions if the relationship changes. In recent months, many people have connected her personal image with Papoose. That can be risky because when a public relationship becomes such a large part of someone's identity, any changes to that relationship often bring intense public discussion as well. If Papoose were to move in a different direction, Claressa might find herself answering questions that have little to do with her boxing career. Instead of focusing on her achievements in the ring, interviews could continue turning toward her personal life. That shift would likely become frustrating, especially if she wanted the attention to remain on her accomplishments rather than her relationship. People have also noticed that earlier conversations about future plans together have become less common. If those topics continue disappearing from interviews without explanation, fans will naturally wonder whether something has changed privately. Public silence often leads to even more speculation, because people tend to fill in the missing pieces with their own opinions. If another major headline appears, many expect emotions could eventually become visible on social media. Fans would not be surprised to see thoughtful or emotional posts about self-worth, personal growth, or moving forward. Others believe there could be interviews or live streams where personal questions become impossible to avoid. Whether any of that actually happens remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. This story continues to evolve, and many people will be watching closely to see what happens next. Many people are still waiting to see whether more information about the reported BET Awards incident will eventually become public. If that happens, it could completely change how people view this situation. So far, very little has been confirmed, leaving fans to rely on speculation and scattered details. Because of that, any new information could quickly become the center of attention. Some believe that if behind-the-scenes details ever come out, they are unlikely to come directly from Papoose. From a public relations standpoint, it would make sense for him to remain quiet. His current image is built around being a devoted father and family man, so speaking publicly about private issues could create even more controversy. Staying silent may be the safest option for protecting that reputation. Instead, many think that any new information would more likely come from someone connected to Claressa Shields' circle. It could be someone who attended the event, witnessed private conversations, or noticed changes in the atmosphere that the public never saw. If someone with first-hand knowledge decided to speak, the public conversation could shift very quickly, placing Claressa in a much more difficult position. If that happens, many expect Claressa to focus even more on her boxing career. Rather than responding to every rumor, she may choose to let her achievements speak for themselves. Fans would not be surprised to see her social media filled with training sessions, gym workouts, and preparation for upcoming fights. A major fight announcement arriving during a wave of personal headlines would not surprise many people either. Celebrities often redirect attention toward their careers when their personal lives become the main topic of discussion. Some people have also wondered whether Claressa might reconnect with former members of her team, including trainer Nasty Dre, after earlier disagreements. Relationships sometimes improve after difficult periods, especially when people begin looking at things from a different perspective. Whether that happens remains uncertain, but it is another possibility that fans continue discussing. At the same time, many believe Claressa may eventually present herself as someone who has been misunderstood throughout this situation. While that approach has worked for some public figures, it can be difficult in today's digital world. Old interviews, television appearances, and social media posts remain available for everyone to see. The internet has a long memory, making it much harder to completely reshape a public story once people have formed their opinions. Meanwhile, Remy Ma has remained noticeably quiet. That silence has become one of the biggest talking points because many people believe it speaks louder than any public statement. Instead of responding to every rumor, she has largely allowed others to do the talking. Many fans also think Papoose may already be adjusting his public image. His recent interactions with Remy Ma's social media have not gone unnoticed, and some believe they could be the first step in testing public reaction. Future gestures such as congratulating her on a business success or sending a respectful birthday message involving their children could appear simple on the surface while still creating conversation online. Others even wonder if music could become another way for Papoose to express himself. A song or freestyle with lyrics about loyalty, family, or regret could easily spark debate without mentioning anyone by name. Fans, bloggers, and podcast hosts would likely analyze every line, searching for hidden meanings. People are also watching to see if Papoose begins sharing more family-focused moments with his children. Public appearances at school events, celebrations, or everyday family activities could help reinforce his image as a dedicated father. While some would see these moments as genuine, others might view them as part of a broader effort to improve public perception. There is also ongoing speculation that anonymous reports could appear claiming Papoose regrets how everything unfolded or still has feelings for Remy Ma. If stories like that surface, many people will question whether they are based on real information or simply designed to test public opinion. Some even believe the two could eventually have a private conversation through mutual friends or family members. If that ever happens, many expect details to find their way into the public sooner or later. In the end, all of these possibilities, from social media activity to music, family appearances, and private meetings, have one thing in common. They could shape how the public views this story. Even so, many believe Remy Ma's calm and patient approach has given her the strongest position because she has avoided reacting to every headline and has allowed events to unfold on their own. One of the biggest reasons people continue talking about this situation is Remy Ma's decision to remain quiet. She has not filled her social media pages with emotional posts, and she has not appeared on multiple podcasts trying to explain her side of the story. Instead, she has chosen to stay out of the constant back and forth while allowing the public conversation to continue without her direct involvement. For many of her supporters, that silence has become one of her greatest strengths. Many people believe that if Remy Ma eventually decides to speak, she will do it when she feels the time is right, not because of pressure from the media or social media. When that day comes, fans will likely pay close attention because her words could change how many people view everything that has happened. Rather than sounding angry or looking for sympathy, many expect her to speak with confidence. Supporters believe she has watched others create their own version of the story, while patiently waiting for the right moment to share her own perspective. Some fans also think Remy Ma may choose to express herself through music instead of interviews. If she releases new songs inspired by recent events, many expect the lyrics to focus on personal experiences, strength, and growth without directly mentioning Papoose or Claressa Shields. Instead of creating a diss track or trying to start another public argument, she could tell her story through thoughtful writing and strong performances. That approach would allow listeners to draw their own conclusions while keeping the focus on the music itself, rather than celebrity gossip. People are also watching to see if Remy Ma becomes more visible at major industry events. If she attends award shows, fashion events, or music gatherings, many expect her to appear with confidence and style. She may arrive alone, showing that she does not need anyone beside her to command attention. Some artists naturally become the center of attention simply through their presence, and many believe Remy Ma has that ability. Another possibility is that she agrees to a small number of carefully selected interviews. Rather than discussing every rumor, she may calmly address only a few of the biggest questions that fans have been asking. Sometimes just a few honest and thoughtful comments can carry more weight than months of online speculation. A simple, confident response could reshape public opinion without creating unnecessary drama. Beyond entertainment, many believe Remy Ma will continue expanding her career through new business opportunities. That could include partnerships, music projects, publishing deals, television appearances, documentaries, or other creative ventures. By focusing on building her future instead of responding to every headline, she would remind people that long-term success is often more important than temporary publicity. Fans also expect to see more moments featuring her children, close friends, and everyday happiness. Instead of posting emotional messages or taking part in online arguments, she may simply continue living her life. That quiet confidence could become a powerful statement on its own. Sometimes choosing not to respond says more than joining every public debate. As for Papoose, many people believe he may eventually confirm the true status of his relationship with Claressa Shields. Whether that happens through a public statement, an interview, or another method remains unknown. Some also think he could try to reconnect with Remy Ma through music, family connections, mutual friends, or private conversations. Whether those efforts would lead anywhere is impossible to know, and many fans believe Remy Ma has already moved forward. Claressa Shields is expected by many to return her full attention to boxing, where she has built an impressive career. Her achievements inside the ring have earned her respect, and many believe that should remain the focus of her public image. However, because this story has received so much attention, she may continue facing questions about it during interviews and major public appearances. Many supporters believe Remy Ma could come out of this entire situation with an even stronger public image. They feel her patience, calm approach, and refusal to engage in constant public drama have helped her maintain control of her own story. Instead of reacting emotionally, she has allowed people to observe events and form their own opinions. In the end, only time will reveal what happens next. Social media activity, interviews, music releases, and public appearances may all provide new clues in the months ahead. Eventually, this story will fade as new headlines take its place, But the way each person handled this chapter may shape how they are remembered. Whether people agree with these predictions or not, many will continue watching to see how Papoose, Claressa Shields, and Remy Ma choose to move forward from here.